Very, very, very good evening, friends. This side Rahul Magan here is a Group Chief Executive Officer, Treasury Consulting, and also a venture capitalist. As we speak, Treasury Consulting Group is a multinational headquartered group based out India, Singapore, and Hong Kong. We are having offices in three parts of the globe. And more importantly, we are holding our own fixed income platform in which there are more than 62 plus live trading desks and lot of knowledge desks also. Many of these desks are prop desks. Prop means proprietary. Apart from that, we hold our own learning arm, which is Sheetal Academy. Sheetal Academy is having multiple learning schools. We hold our own OTT platform over the top, TRFX Academy, and now company is launching own wealth management learnings platform and our quantitative learnings desk. There are so many products which we are offering. In case you wish to have any information, you can definitely WhatsApp me, which is +91 9899242978, or alternatively you can WhatsApp on our back office, which is +91 9818485155. Today is 27th July 2021. As usual, yet another day in the markets. We all understand that what is happening as far as the corona is concerned across the globe, to be honest. Even as I speak, which is around 1:30 a.m. Singapore, you open the bloomberg.com and the very first article is of corona. The reality of the corona is right across the world. I think after 2 to 3 hours, CDC, the organization who tracks these in United States, they are having a public media appearance where they would be sharing their opinions. I would definitely be live. It would come live on Bloomberg. I would continue to watch. You know, apart from that, what is happening in Indonesia, what is happening in Taiwan, Singapore, and different parts of the globe, it's right on the Google. In fact, as we speak, there is yet another variant we have in UK, and around 16 plus cases UK reported of this variant. Although the variant name has not been in the public domain as yet, and handful of countries already reported this variant. I am continuously tracking Google. Hopefully I would have more information and I would definitely let you know. But until otherwise, the information coming on the Google, it is difficult to type. It's difficult to tell you because we need a source to tell you. Today is yet another day in the Indian market, but what unique is that the pharma index, the Nifty Pharma Index, slipped heavily. And not only it slipped heavily, but it slipped in such a way that it looked like pre-planned. Approximately all pharmaceutical stocks and good companies like Dr. Reddy and all good companies, they just red. And after the market, when I look at the pattern, and I thought a lot about why did the pharma index fell heavily today. And I'm sure that many people, those who are actively investing in FNO, future and option segment, and they are following the Hindi media, they are definitely Bill Gates today because they would have earned a huge amount of money, because Hindi media not warned you that pharma index is falling. Rest assured, Hindi media will never let you know what is happening in the market. They have a standard set of stocks. They continue to follow these stocks because they have an order, you know, which is given by their leaders. Simple. I thought about 2 hours and thought that how come the pharma index fell so heavily when the situation worldwide is highly tough. Highly tough. In fact, if you look at US, the cases are rising. If you look at Indonesia, Australia, people are on the roads. They are against the government regarding, relaxations regarding the lockdowns. And government know if they're not going with the lockdown, they are gone. If they're going with the lockdown, they are gone. So government is in a big dilemma. Israel is somehow allowing the booster. God knows what is the logic behind the booster and how easily it would be the people, the Israel government would be able to motivate the people to have the third jab, because after all booster is the third jab. And as and when the UK and US would have these boosters, this is part one. Keep this past part one as a head of a coin. Now look at the tail. But before I start with tail, let me give you a simplistic example. Amir Khan Saab shot Three Idiots. Well, absolutely, I agree with majority of the thing he said in Three Idiots, that one should be practical, one should chase the knowledge, one should not chase the marks. The life is all about knowledge, life is not about degree, and I follow most of these things. So I thank you to Amir Khan Saab for making this video. But one thing which the director, not did well is that in all 3 years, whatever, the duration of the course Amir Khan was doing, every time he was number one in the class. I went through this process during my college days, and I know that even without mistake in the paper, teacher used to deduct my marks, because I used to follow the foreign authors and teachers Indian authors. Now, if you need to discourage the most intelligent or the studious students in the class, then the simplest way is the unity. What the hell is unity? Unity is all teachers join hands and they start discouraging this student. They pinpointing on this student. They give negative remarks on this student. Mistake or no mistake, they deduct the marks of the student. They give negative feedback of the student. Ultimately, out of 199 students change their way. And this is what Indian culture is all about. That is the reason, even after 40 years of independence, we don't have Apple, Samsung, Cognizant, Sapient, Google, Microsoft, and we will never have. Because in India, there is a standard practice. If you follow the teacher, everything is good. If you don't follow the teacher, you are wrong. Boss is always right. Standard practice. So if you want to discourage the most studious and the intellect person in the class, then the simplest solution is to create a unity. I was thinking that why did the pharma stock fell? Then I realized something. Carwala, Nikea, Paytm, and hopefully very soon Oyo, Ola, and rest all will get their chance. All loss-making companies are coming up as an IPO. Don't ask how they are approved. Don't ask. Because they are automatically approved. Automatically. And from 27th July to 29th July, Glenmark Life Sciences is coming up with an IPO. I went to Google. I checked about the background of the Glenmark Life Sciences, the kind of products they are up to, and so on and so forth. Whatever information is there on the website, Google, Reuters. And I'm very convinced that the company, though charging 675, but bit expensive. Not like Zomato, where they charged heavily from the customers with to me, the intrinsic value of Zomato is less than 10 rupees. So 675, which they are charging, is okay, not bad. Glenmark is a profitable company. Glenmark Life Sciences is a good product. The future is of life sciences. But we need to discourage that IPO. How we would be discouraging that IPO if we fall the whole pharma index? Glenmark, Bicon, Sun Pharma, and rest all companies, Suburn and what all. Now, if we fall the pharma index along with the profitable companies like Gale India, Hutco, and many other. Today, UCO Bank reported the profits. I'm sure media not highlighted this. Guys, do you know the UCO Bank reported substantial profit? But what media did? 20 seconds. UCO gone. Back to DLF. Back to Indigo. Did media told you how much profits Indigo reported this quarter? Don't worry, the stock will never fall. So the strategy of operators are very clear. They would demean all IPOs who are in profit. They would demean all companies who are in profit. But the Hindi media would continue to focus on all companies who are in losses. And then out of majority of the investors, out of all investors, majority will think, guys, see Zomato, it is 250. See DLF, it is 500. See Macrotech, it is 1000. See Falana company, it is this. And see Gale India, it is 100. See Power Trading Corporation, it is 80. They will shift towards the loss-making companies. And this is the logic behind today's sell-off. Because in his draft red herring prospectus, and we definitely have a detailed video in that regards very soon, Paytm clearly mentioned that they cannot be in profit, or profitability is a big issue. Zomato is heavily profit, Ikea, Paytm, all are in huge profit, Carwala and all. So on a profitability basis, media cannot tell on the TV screen that you buy this stock because it is in profit. Then how would you create a demand? Because foreign institutional investors are quitting India. They are selling, and now the command is in the hands of domestic institutional investors. The question is, the only way to create a demand is to demotivate investor from one segment and push him to take to the another segment. And this is why we saw a huge sell-off in the pharma index today. And I know that all those who took the FNO, they are Bill Gates. I might not be surprised that tomorrow it is IT, day after it would be steel sector, after that it would be yet another sector, because operators is very clear on the fact that all the loss making companies, those who are approved and raising money, they needs to achieve the higher rate, and on a profitability basis achieving is impossible. So the only way is to distract the investors. But well done, guys. You doing a good job, because the logic which I'm talking to you will never be discussed in media. Media is paid, they never discuss this logic. Thousands of investors today lost in FNO segment. Probably thousands today would be losing tomorrow. People don't understand these things. And I'm sure that a whole lobby who is making sure that this loss-making companies would continue to get attraction, at the end they get the success. But let me assure you, I'm really not worried even if you take Zomato to 500, or even if you take Paytm to 4,000. I'm not worried, because I'm going to be investing in a profitable companies. I am going to be investing in the companies, those who are at intrinsic value. As simple as that. So today you made sure that the pharma index is down and I bought few pharma stocks. Thank you very much. Because where the corona is heading is right on the Google. Agree or not agree, that's a separate thing. And even today, CDC, they are looking for indoor masking. Have a great time ahead. Did you invest in Zomato? Why not? Invest in Zomato, Paytm, Ola, Uber, Swiggy. It's your duty. You are doing duty. It's your duty. Because if you invest in these companies, India would be number one economy of the globe. If you invest in these companies, all companies, those who are earning profits, they get demotivated. And this is what operator want. Tomorrow you should invest in Zomato. Understood? Very good. And make sure that tomorrow someone comes on media and he will give the target of Zomato 200. People start buying. This is Rahul from Treasury Consulting Group. Have a great time ahead. By the way, I hope you heard that Mr. Damodaran computed the fair valuation of Zomato. First of all, Mr. Damodaran, a well-deserved job. No doubt about that. You did a very wonderful job, no doubt. But sir, you are saying the valuation which you're talking it about, there is a minute correction in that valuation. Zomato intrinsic value is less than 10 rupees. And you are talking near about 50. So there is a small correction. I understand, sir, that valuation is subject to interpretation issue, no doubt about that. But to me, Zomato is less than 10 rupees. Maybe to you it is closer to 50 rupees, but I think 50 rupees is too much so. But thank you, and you did a good job. At least you awared people the way I do that it's a loss-making company. Thank you, Mr. Damodaran. Have a great time ahead. This is Rahul from Treasury Consulting Group. You know my personal number, +91 9899 242 978. Have a great time ahead. Please do not forget, in few days, somebody come on Hindi media screen and say, buy Zomato, target 250. Have a great time.